All right, y'all. So I know I have not recorded on my phone in such a long time, but here I am. Here I am. My hair's still wet. I'm actually going through a process now of like loosening my ends because I do have a lot of my ends that are, got that lock, how thin it gets, fat at the end. It does have a good base though, but anywho, um, I do have a lot of locks that are locked at the end. So I'm going in and like going in with the needle and loosening them up because I like the look of the loose ends. Like it's really pretty. I enjoy it. A lot of this in the front is still loose, but I would like to keep it that way. I don't want the ends to lock, so yeah, I did some writing last night. Where have I been? I'm actually writing about where I've been, and I've been thinking a lot about where I've been and how I've been processing stuff. Um, one thing that I thought about was, well, y'all know I got these fibroids, and so this whole week I only went to work Monday. The whole week I've been out, and it's really, I think, was when I had that experience with the ketamine at the hospital. It's everything was just so choppy and distorted, and there were some scenes and some thoughts that came in. It was just like none of this matters. All of this can end right here. Um, I actually had a thought of things ending for me, um, like through childbirth. It was a very interesting visual, and like I dreamed that I passed through that. I don't know if it was a dream, it was a visual. I was awake, and I'm trying to figure out. I guess I just feel like I'm putting too much on things creatively instead of just going with the flow and whatever I'm feeling like I want to create in the moment, just do it. Because when it comes to, my purpose, I don't think I can just say that it's one thing. It's all of the things. It's all of these moments. It's all of these interactions where I'm working with people and talking to people and sharing space, and me writing and doing music and doing videos is just one aspect of this larger purpose. And so what I'm writing about is just me getting beyond that. I think too, with me having this whole episode with my fibroids, basically what has been happening is I've been having extreme pain from them for at least a week. Wasn't sleeping. I was up all hours of the night from like 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. just going through the motions. It was like I was in early labor. And I did that for 2 days, and I finally went to the emergency room and I had that ketamine experience and shit. There's a lot going on. But going through all of that pain, the only thing that I was focused on was getting out of pain, being in a space where I'm like able to get up and go walk and go to the gym again because I hadn't gone to the gym, and everything else did not matter. The only thing that mattered was my health. And it helped me to realize or to remember how important the little things are that we take for granted. Um, how important it is to be able to just get up and go. So there was another thought with that too, because again, moment by moment, it was just me getting through the moment, getting through the pain, and that was my focus. And coming out of it, it's just kind of like, can I let go a little bit more? Um, can I enjoy a little bit more? Can I have fun with what it is that I'm trying to do? Can I let go of the attachment that I have to it? Let it be what it is and be okay with whatever form it comes in. Like, it doesn't just have to be this. Allow for it to flow and allow for myself to figure out what is the best form of creativity for me, and just take some of the pressure off. Like, it's not that deep. So I'm still processing it. I'm writing an essay about it, and I'm going to start putting the work out, because that's been the other thing too. I've been doing so much creating, but I don't share it. I don't share the videos that I make, or the essays that I'm writing, or those. I mean, I did for a little minute put out some of the pieces of the songs and stuff, but um I'm working on a fourth song, and it might only be four songs on this EP. I was trying to do like six, but it might just be four. And I've been this fourth song has taken me a minute to get through. But it's just kind of like every time you create another line, like, just share it. Like, just the attachment, the attachment with things having to be a certain kind of way, and overthinking how I'm using social media. I'm almost at this threshold where I'm getting over it, and that it is what it is. Um, Also during this week, like, I usually put so many things on my to-do list for me to get through, and I'm really understanding that it's one, everything doesn't get done. So you have these feelings of inadequacy because you planned on 50 million things getting done and they didn't. So I need to do better with how many things I'm putting on my to-do list. But during this week, I got a couple things done, and I'm so proud of it. And I think it's just because of the fact that in the midst of doing these things, I was in excruciating pain. So I'm appreciating what I got done instead of feeling like, okay, next thing. I don't really give myself time to bask in what it is that I've accomplished. I just, okay, next thing, you know? My lips are dry. And I can't stand it. So, actually, I'll share the experience with y'all. Excuse me. One thing that I got done was this mortgage application. I've been at my family's house for like almost 2 years. It's been a year and 8 months. Ugh, excuse me. And, you know, initially it kind of felt like I'm not going to be able to get a house anytime soon. Like, it's just not going to happen. But there have been some things that have been catalysts that have gotten me to the point where I'm just like, I should start looking. I should start looking. And I went ahead and finished the application, and it took me like a week. It took me like a week. But I'm so happy and I'm so proud of it because of what I was enduring during that week. I feel accomplished. And not only that, but also I have my accounts frozen. The 3 credit bureaus, I keep those frozen. And so I had to go through the process of like, where is my paperwork to unfreeze this shit? But I forgot I had put the apps on my phone, da 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 da. So it still was a process, a little process of like, okay, going through and unfreezing them so that the application could actually be processed. So there was that. And sometimes in the midst of things, like when I get overwhelmed, sometimes I get very easily overwhelmed because it feels like everything is piling on me and it's very hard to figure out what to do first. But during this experience this week with like my fibroids and stuff, it became very easy. Like, what is one thing that I can do? What is priority right now in the midst of all of this? What is the most important thing for me to do right now? And that's what I'm going to do. And there was no question about, are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna like I have so many ideas and things that I want to do, and I do want to get them done. But going through this experience with the fibroids really helped me to prioritize. And it's not that the other things aren't important, because they are to me. But I can get so much more done when I focus on deep focus on one thing and let it push myself forward, and then allow myself to just kind of sit with it and assess what would be the next thing, and really just sit with it, get it done, deep focus, move on to the next thing. Like, it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be fast. There is no rush. So I'm sharing what I'm going through in the midst of it. That was the other thing that I was thinking about this morning while I was eating my sandwich. Because I was like, damn, I lost the thought. I lost the thought that quickly. It doesn't have to be done quickly. And sharing what I'm going through in the midst of it. Because sometimes for me, I'm like, how does this help anybody? I don't even know how to help myself in this moment. I'm trying to get myself through it. So how does me like writing about it in whatever form, how does me writing about this help someone else? And I think that's the thing, because, and it seems so simple, but we don't think about how much courage and vulnerability it takes to share what you're going through in the process. A lot of people are going through similar things and they don't know how to get out of it. But if they came forward and shared, then there's other people that they can connect to. And that connection and that community, I think, is huge when it comes to being able to get out of it. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm learning. Like, yeah, you don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know how to figure it out. But I think it is important for you to share, because sharing and putting light on it is part of the process of getting it out and getting through it. And so it can look however it needs to look for you. And I know for me, in my process, talking out loud, because I talk to myself often, like sometimes I'm mindful of who is listening, because I'll get into spaces where I think I'm like, I'll forget, like, oh, there's someone over there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking out loud. And it helps me to process what I'm going through. And whatever form of writing that might take place, whether it's songwriting or an essay, that is part of my process. And I'm learning to be gentle with myself and not to be so forceful in what it's supposed to look like. I just need to be open to whatever form wants to show up. So it's been an experience, it's been a week, but I'm getting through it. And I am here and I'm still doing the work. And I'm proud, because I want to say it's not easy, but it's not as difficult as I make it out to be either. So, anywho, I'm gonna go. My stomach's rumbling. I won't be too crass right now, but I might come back later. I'm about to do some writing, and maybe I'll share it. We'll see. All right, later, guys.